Are you guys ready to participate in my shenanigans? Because as usual, I say I'm not doing that much at the Sephora sale, and lo and behold, here I go. Here I go. I know. Are you judging me? Because I can judge you too. I know you pick things up. Whatever. I know. We always say we're gonna do our best to avoid like overconsumption and all this, and then we fall victim. And I have no one to blame but myself, because I just did a shopping blog video talking myself out of most of these products. And I did share with you my wish list in that video, and I didn't veer too far outside of that, and I took some of your recommendations. So I'm gonna blame you guys as well for this, but it's not as bad as it looks. At least that's what I'm telling myself. And you're just gonna have to just let me live, okay? Let me live. And I feel like I didn't do as bad as I could have, because some years I have gone ham sandwich, and this time around I did like a 6-inch sandwich from Subway, not like a whole foot long. So we're just gonna, should we just get into it? Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this haul video. Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am back, and I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. Given the state of the economy and the state of the world, I'm praying for all of our sanities, because things are a little bit, you know, touch and go right now. And I would implore you not to do like I did and overconsume. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was kind of finding a little bit of solace in this sale, but I don't think it's the wisest decision unless you have the extra money to spare, especially with gas prices being the way they are. Like, I'm not your mother though. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just be a little bit more mindful of how you're spending your money these days, because you may need to have a little nest egg kind of stashed away for the upcoming years. And I say years like literally. But anyway, we're here to talk about the Sephora Beauty Insider Sale for Spring 2026. And I wanted to share my haul with you guys in case there were products that I picked up that you were thinking about, because I do have some first impressions for you guys and maybe some mini reviews, because I feel like I already have my thoughts on quite a few of these products. So I can share those with you guys. And there's also going to be a get ready with me featuring this face here where I try out a lot of these products. You don't have to wait for the get ready with me video, because I'm going to share my thoughts in this video as well as the swatches. So you can shop the sale if you're interested, because the sale has now opened up to everyone. So you can shop the sale if you're interested. And of course, there are going to be sales throughout the year, and friends and family and all the things, because all these brands are trying to get money out of us. So you're not missing out on anything if you miss this sale this time around. There'll be another sale. All right, so let's talk about the products that I picked up. And I'm gonna start out with foundations. And you're gonna are you gonna allow me to speak? Let me speak. So in my initial shopping blog video that I did for this year, I did a full rundown covering makeup categories that I am limiting my purchase on, just overall broad brush for the whole year. And I've already failed for foundation. So I'm gonna start out with the worst of it. And you guys are just gonna have to console me a little bit, right? I was giving myself the option to pick up 2 foundations this year, but maybe push it to 4, just because I love foundations, right? Now here's what happened. In this sale alone, I picked up 2 foundations, not counting the foundations that I picked up prior to this, which, you know what, let me mention them, because they are also available at Sephora in case you're curious, and I will give you my initial thoughts on this. So this one I picked up before the sale. I did a get ready with me video already featuring this foundation, and I spoke about my thoughts, but I will summarize it right here. I really love this foundation. It is the MPH Less Skin Weightless Serum Foundation. The shade I picked up is Tan 230N. Now, if you were going to try this foundation out, try it out now during the sale, because you can get a discount. I don't know if MPH necessarily goes on sale on her own website, but this is a pricey foundation. Would I say it's worth the splurge? It depends, okay? And let me tell you the pros of this foundation. It is very lightweight. It has a very hydrating feel on the skin. It feels a little wet initially. You know that cooling wet sensation that you can get from gel creams or water-based products? That's the sensation you get from this, and it blends out beautifully to this natural dewy finish. Now, it's not a dewy finish where it's shimmery or too overly glowy, but you're gonna get a very natural glow to the skin that you can then set down with powder if that's not your vibe. And I didn't have any issues setting this down. The shade match is spectacular. Oh my God. The packaging is really cute. Like, look at that. A little bit of attention to detail. So it does feel luxurious, and it does wear really well on the skin too. It's a light to medium coverage. It's not heavy duty at all. It's just going to even out and balance out your skin, give a beautiful look to your skin. It's a very healthy look. The cons: it smells like wet dog or Frito chips. It smells bad. And I didn't realize it until I was reading through the reviews on Sephora, and I was like, you guys are so right. It smells wet doggish, and you smell it when you're applying it, and it lingers a little bit. So it doesn't just dissipate right away, it lingers a little bit. And it's a little off-putting. And I think that's because they're not including any fragrance in the formulation. Let me check the ingredients, girl. Yeah, they're not outright saying that there's a fragrance in here. So I think just the overall formulation smells like this, because there is some hydrogenated olive oil in here. That may be what it is. You know how olive oil has a little bit of a scent to it? So I think that's the olive oil that we're smelling. It definitely smells a little funky. Now, it's not overwhelming necessarily, and it does fade, so it doesn't linger forever. But just be mindful, it smells funky and it's pricey. So those are the cons, but the pros, I feel like if you can get by the scent of it, it may be a really good find, because it looks great on my skin. It's one of the best skin tone matches I've ever found. And because I'm into more lightweight makeup these days, it's perfect for me. Now, if you're looking for coverage, this is not going to be the way to go. If you're looking for a matte finish, again, not the way to go. So those are my thoughts on this. It's a definite recommend to try out if it's something that fits your style of makeup and something that you're looking for, and you can get over the stink of it. Yeah. All right, let's talk about the Rare Beauty foundation. I just tried this out for the first time, so this is a first impressions. Look at my skin. Shut your mouth right now. Mind you, I did skin prep and all that, so there's more to it than just this. But oh my God, I am so happy I picked this up. And I was resistant picking this up because I'm like, I don't want to try another Rare Beauty foundation. I don't care. I don't want this to be one of my 4 foundations for the year. And I've already gone over my 4. Shut your mouth, like I said. But this is so nice. It's lightweight as well. It's thicker and it feels heavier, but let me take that back. It doesn't feel heavy. Take heavy out the equation. I take that all back. It feels a little, I don't want to say dry either because that sounds bad. All right. It has like a whipped, airy texture to it, which go with me on this. It's like they mixed powder in with a liquid foundation, whipped it up, got some air in there so it's not thick, right? So it's still lightweight. It's like a liquid mousse almost in that airy feel. So it feels very lightweight on the skin. Blending this out, oh my God. And given the coverage that I got from this, stunning. It's like a medium to full, well, not even full, like a medium to medium full. Beautiful. Blurs the skin. It's self-setting, which they say it's waterproof, smudge-proof, sweat-resistant. I don't know about all that. Let me see. I mean, there's some coming off of my skin, but that could be my bronzer and all the other doodads that I have on my face. So I'm not going to say it's smudge-proof, but it definitely does self-set. I didn't put powder on all my face. I did use a powder, and I'll mention the powder in a bit, but look at it. Like, my oils have not broken through, and I've had this makeup on now for about 2 hours, and so far it's like I am flawless. So happy I picked this foundation up. The cost of this is a little pricier than I would expect for Rare Beauty, so perfect timing if you got a discount on it. It has an interesting design to the foundation bottle. It's hard plastic, but it has a flat back, right? And it's rounded here, but it's still the 1 ounce. Then the cap is a pump, right? But on the back, you can lock it. So there's a lock-in mechanism. so it doesn't just automatically pump out. So if you travel with it, it's not going to be prone to break-in. I really like the design of the bottle. I think it fits their aesthetic. Cute, very nice. The shade range, phenomenal as well. I think, yeah, Rare Beauty definitely hit it out the park. So if you wanted to try out this foundation, you were looking for a medium to full medium coverage foundation, this is the way to go. The MPH one is a serum skin tint level of foundation. So 2 different foundations completely, but I love and enjoy both. All right, let's talk about the refi. I know, 3 foundations in one go. Yeah, I know. Like I said, just bear with me because I picked up another foundation and I think it's available at Sephora. Let me double check. No, it seems like it's only available at Ulta, but I'll mention it in a little bit from It Cosmetics because Ulta is also like matching the energy at Sephora and doing a 20, 30, up to 40% off sale on their website. Different brands, I think, on different days or durations. So you can check it out to see if the It Cosmetics foundation is on sale. You know what? Let me check for you right now because they're saying this sale ends April 18th. So it's running the duration of the Sephora sale. And there's 20% off over 40 brands. And that includes MAC, Rare Beauty, Tarte, and more. So if you wanted to shop through Ulta and get better points over there, and any of these products are also sold at Ulta, go for it. But let me check on this. Why don't they have the letters so I can jump? Now I have to like scroll all the way down. So annoying. Yep, it's on sale at Ulta, so I'm going to mention it in a bit. But let's carry on. So the Refi Skin Base Fluid. This is a light coverage skin tint and it has a natural radiant finish and it's a gel formulation, right? This one, garbage. The shade I picked up is 220N. I will say the shade match, terrible, very terrible. But beyond that, all right, I feel like even if I had a good shade match, I still wouldn't like the formulation because here's what happens. It's very thin. It's very, I wouldn't say watery, but it feels very gel-like, which is fine because I love a gel cream kind of setup, right? I love that hydrating feel that's still lightweight, which is their intention, right? It's going to be lightweight. However, this looks blotchy on my skin. And again, shade match aside, I feel like the formulation isn't like pretty enough for me to go out and get my perfect shade match. Compared to the MPH one from Mary Phillips, I feel like I would rather that than this one, even with the dog smell, right? So this just looks blotchy, kind of splotchy, and I think because it is a gel and it is lightweight and it is water-based. Is it not water-based? Let me see. It has water as the first ingredient, but then dimethicone. So it's like a water dimethicone hybrid. I feel like it doesn't allow for a seamless, really even finish to the skin, which is what I'm looking for. It just didn't make my skin look better, and then it didn't feel better either. With the MPH one, I feel like my skin felt good with it on. With this, it was just like, all right, it's a wet water-based foundation with a little bit of a tint to it. It almost felt like a wet jelly with a tint, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I do like the packaging because I think it's different, you know. They did what Beauty Blender tried to do with their foundation. You remember they had the little divot where you were supposed to squeeze the foundation and use it off that area. It acted like a palette. So they're doing the same thing here. This is all plastic and they have the divot in the top. So you squeeze it up and then the foundation sits right there and you use it from the cap. Yeah, cute, all that. Yeah. But I just feel like the formula, I didn't like this formula at all. And then the shade range isn't like the best. So you're not going to get a lot of shades to choose from. So it might be questionable as well if you can get a good shade match that is going to look good on your skin. But for me, it's a no-go. Wouldn't recommend this. I'm returning that. So that's in my return pile. All right. The other foundation that I said I'd mention is from It Cosmetics. This is only available at Ulta. So go over to Ulta and get this one. $27. This is a sheer tint face balm. The Do It All. Oh, I didn't even realize. Do It All. I see you. But this is a balm foundation. I don't see a claim for SPF on this. So I think they're doing away with the SPF. Maybe to get the better shade range. But this is 92% skincare serum. This feels good on the skin. It looks good on the skin. It's a lightweight, very airy balm texture. So it's not thick and emollient like most IT Cosmetics products are. It's not a CC cream kind of thickness, right? This is thin. It's really pretty coverage and it's blurring. It looks so good. It's an easy everyday foundation. Oh my God, love this. The shade I picked up is Tan Neutral 410. And I feel like the shade match, Chef's Kiss, best shade match I've ever gotten from IT Cosmetics, and one of the best shade matches I've ever gotten, period, across the board. And it's from IT. Can you imagine? Like, do you even see it? Blended out. Done. Flawless. Love this so much. Definitely recommend this foundation if you're looking for something that's lightweight, easy, just everyday essential. Just pop it on. You don't have to think too much about it, but you're gonna get a nice coverage. It's not full coverage. It's more of a light medium. So if you just wanted to even out your skin and not look like you're wearing foundation and get skincare benefits, yeah, I think that one is definitely one to pick up. So there you go. I have already met my limit for foundation in just one haul. So what am I gonna do for the rest of the year? We're gonna think about it because there's another foundation that I have that I picked up for review though. It was for review purposes, and technically there are only 3 foundations here and I'm returning the refi one. So I still met my limit because that would make 4 foundations that I picked up. Bear with me, okay? I'm trying to navigate that whole thing. I told you foundation was going to be my weakness, and it literally was. All right, next in the lineup are bronzers, which is another place that I was defeated, okay? I said I wasn't going to pick up another bronzing product because I have all the bronzing products and all the cream contours and all these things, right? Powder, cream, balms, all of it. I have all of it, so I don't need any more. But I got sucked in because, again, bronzer is one of my weaknesses. I love bronzer so much. And it's funny because I never used to like bronzer at all, okay? And this is one of the products that I swore up and down I wasn't going to get. And I was so convinced I wasn't going to get it. Convinced. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, absolutely not. It's $75. How dare you? Westman Atelier got me, and they got me good. Oh my God. So I made an order to pick up in-store, right? Because that's how I get away from swatching things in-store and falling for the hype, right? I kind of beeline to the checkout, pick up my in-store order, and jet, right? Here I go walking in, right? And I see this on the display. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see what Westman Atelier got going on, right? I'm gonna swatch it, you know, just for giggles, because the line was long. I'm gonna wait anyway, blah, 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 blah. You see the excuses I'm finding, child? So I went over. Beautiful packaging, first of all. Stunning. Isn't this color calling to you? And all the shades have different packaging. So I think the darker shade of this, because this is number 3, they have number 4. So these are, let me tell you what it is. This is the Sun Tone Bronzing Cream from Westman Atelier. Net weight, 0.15 ounce each. So sounds good and dandy. So there are 2 shades included. They have 4 different options. This is the 3rd level, which is for tan skin. They have a deeper one, right, which is number 4. And I think the green for that packaging is slightly deeper than this one. And then they have a lighter blue and then a deeper blue for the lighter shades. The blue is so pretty. And I hope the packaging, it looks like it might have been, no, it's not. I was hoping it would have been refillable so I could pop this out. And I thought Westman Atelier was all about sustainability. Anyway, this is a bronzing cream duo. And you know what got me right? I went ahead and swatched it. First of all, it looks delicious. It looks like chocolate in the compact, and the formulation is this thin, airy balm. It's not creamy and thick and too, you know, emollient and greasy. Oh my God, it felt so good. I was like, awesome. And it blended out so well. I fell for it. And you know what I took as my sign? You're gonna call me stupid right now because I am. They had only one of shade 3 left. One. And I went on faith because they didn't even have it on display for me to swatch. I swatched shade 4 and I was like, this is too deep. Shade 2 is too light. So shade 3 is going to be my shade. And they had one on the shelf in the shade 4 section because I low-key was going to get the shade 4. And I was like, no, don't get it, and this is your cue not to get it. And then I saw the shade 3 just sitting there, lonesome, and I was like, that's my sign. That's my sign. It was meant to be. Like, it's the last one on the shelf. It's not even in the display, so no one's checking for it. It was for me. It was lonely, and it was for me. I have no regrets. I really like this formulation. I like the shades that they have included as well. They're subtle enough, and the formulation is forgiving because it allows you to build. It doesn't just give you pigment right away. It allows you to build a little bit of a contour. And there's a cool shade and a warm shade, so you can mix and match as needed to get the warmth and to get the contour. Westman Atelier, I see you. I see you. I wish you didn't do that to me, but I got, and I have no regrets. I'm gonna be honest with you, no regrets, okay? Definitely love it. It's overpriced, so it has to be a sale item. You can't pick this up full price. Don't get this full price. Get it on sale. All right. With that being said, I did get another cream bronzer product. This one I had on my list because it's from Hung Van Go. Hung Van Go does really beautiful powder products, and he's venturing into cream products. And I said, you know what? It's a new brand. So my excuse is that I want to try products from the brand because I feel like he has a lot going on. And I think he has a feel for cosmetics that just work, right? And so I wanted to try out his bronzing cream. So these are called the Tan Sculpt Bronzing Contour Balm. Here's where he's tricking us, all right? It says Tan Sculpt. Tan, you think bronzer. Sculpt, you think contour. And then he goes bronzing, contour. So he's trying to say this is a 2-in-1. You know what, Hung? I see what you're doing. Because everybody wants a contour and no one wants to commit to the gray undertone because everybody's like, a contour should be gray. Should it though? Should it? It depends on your undertone, because if I use a gray on my skin, it's not gonna look good. So I have to bronzer. So I'm looking for a bronzing contour, not a true contour, because it's gonna look too gray and dirty on my skin, right? Especially if it leans cool tone. Oh, it's a mess. So he got me. This has a very similar formula though to the Westman Atelier in that it's thin. It's like a balm to powder, so it dries down, it sets, it's not too creamy, not too emollient. But this one picks up a little bit more heavily, as in there's more pigment to it. It's not as forgiving as the Westman Atelier, which I think is more beginner friendly because, you know, you have to build it up. With the Hung Van Go, it's like, take your time, gentle with it. So I have the Hung Van Go on this side and the Westman in this side, and then the Westman I did a nose contour with it. And then the hairline, again, Hung Van Go, Westman Atelier, and I like both. I feel like they did the same thing though, so I don't think you need both like I picked up both. It depends on what you're looking for, what shade works for you, and like the experience you're going for. I feel like you're gonna have a better experience with the Westman Atelier, but it's a higher price point, cuter packaging though. So the experience is gonna be better with the Westman Atelier, but the results, the formulation, everything is kind of neck and neck. They're kind of the same. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? What do you want out of life? Do you want a luxurious feel that you can kind of build slowly? You have 2 shades to work with. Or do you want, yes, great formulation, works really well, packaging is cute and everything, and you're gonna get the same result, but it's not as, you know, luxurious feeling. Depends on what you're going for, and the prices match the experience. So you're paying for the experience, not the product, because the product I feel like are neck and neck. Again, depending on the shade, you may get a better shade match in either one. All right, let's talk about the powder bronzer that I picked up that I shouldn't have, because again, bronzers are not on my list. They're banned products for the year, but I did pick up the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. This is a reformulation of their chocolate bronzer. It is the matte blurring bronzer, and I think they took talc out. Did they? Synthetic fluoroflagopide, zinc stearate dimethicone. Yeah. So this is their upgraded talc-free formula. I got the shade Chocolate Caramel. I thought this was a little orange. I went outside after putting this face on, and I was like, girl, are you orange? I am not orange, but it leans a little orange. And I feel like this is something you'd have to check out in store to make sure it isn't too orange for you. Now, I don't know if this is special enough for me to say go out and get it. As I layer it, it gets a little bit more neutral, right? But I'm not gonna layer it that much. It's reading a little orange. So I'm debating whether or not I should keep this one. So this one I feel like might be virgin on a return as well because of the shade, not the formula. The formula, smooth, it allows you to build it up. It's a very pretty finish on the skin. It's lightweight, it does blur, it doesn't look powdery. Very nice formula. So it's not the formula, it's the shade. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit more and y'all tell me if that's too orange. And I'm gonna rely on your feedback to decide whether or not I bring it back. I feel like it's too orange and I have other bronzers that I prefer. You know what? I made my decision. I don't need y'all feedback. I don't need to hear it from you. I'm gonna return it just because my Hung Von Gold bronzers are better. And I feel like they're blurring, great formula, and they don't give me orange. This is not like outrageously orange. It's not like Oompa Loompa, but I feel like it's too close to Oompa Loompa. You know? It's a little too close. So I have enough bronzers. I'm going to return this even though it smells like chocolate. The packaging is cute. It looks really nice on the skin. It's a great formula. So if you found a shade that you really like, it may be worth checking out for the experience again, but it's too orange. I'm calling it. It's too orange. Okay, it's too orange. Final call. Y'all let me know. Like I said, let me know in the comments, but I feel like, yeah, it's definitely in the return pile. All right, that may make me feel a little bit better. All right, now let's just talk about the powder really quickly. So I picked this up from Laneige. It's the Neo Essential Blur and Finish Powder. This caught my eye while I was doing the shopping block, all right? Which is a drawback of doing new release anti-haul videos because you're going to see products that you want to try out. And if you had never done that video and gone through new releases, you would have been fine. But I saw this and I'm so happy I got it. So this is a loose powder. Comes in this beautiful packaging. It has the little mirror. It has a puff. The puff is stupid because it's floppy. Like, look at this. It just flops all around. And when you start trying to use it to put the powder on, it just gets too floppy. And I need my puff to be a little bit more resilient. So I don't love the puff that's included, but I love the powder. Now here's what I'm hoping, because the packaging seems like it's going to be a refillable situation. I'm hoping I can buy this powder separately because it comes in this little insert, right? And then you just snap it into the compact. There's a little slot and you lock it into place and done. So if there's a refill to this, I'll be very happy about it. So then you open the lid of the powder, and inside you're gonna see this little green doodad. That's not the powder. And I thought the powder was gonna be green, so I'm thankful it's not green. The powder is actually translucent. So it looks white, but it's translucent. And you just squeeze down on the little insert, and there are little holes that the powder comes out of, which helps to contain the powder so you don't have excess powder flying all around. And it's not messy. This is the best loose powder packaging I've ever experienced, like from any brand. This is so innovative. This is what innovation should be, lipstick lesbians and your leak labs foolishness. This is the innovation that we're looking for. Make my loose powder packaging less messy and more user-friendly. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Anyway, so the little powder comes out, it's translucent, and this is a blurring mattifying setting powder. And it doesn't say setting, it says finishing, but it's a setting powder. I mean, blurs, mattifies, looks fantastic. It's ultra thin, ultra lightweight. Like, you don't see any color at all. This can work for a range of skin tones because it's not stark. I love this powder so much. I am so glad I picked it up, even though powders were off my list again because I have so many loose powders that I want to do a roundup on. Right out the gate, I'm going to tell you this is top 3. Top 3 loose setting powders. Get it, and it's not even overpriced. Get it. I didn't even know Laneige would be doing this to me, but this K-Beauty brand killed it with this powder. I love this powder. Yes, definitely a great find. I am glad I picked it up, and that's why I can't even be mad sometimes when I find new products that I want to try out, because sometimes there is a great improvement to a formula or even a dispense system that just works and it becomes a holy grail. Like, it's a must-have. So happy I picked this up, really glad. And that's all when it comes to face products, right? I didn't pick up any blushes. Pat me on the back. I am so proud of myself. But if you're thinking about blushes, I recommend the Dior blushes, the YSL blushes, the House Labs ones, as well as the Valentino ones. And I say Valentino because I pulled out one for my cheeks today, and I just remember how much I love these. So those are the blush recommendations. I didn't get any concealers in this haul, but I did try out 2 newer concealers to my collection that I purchased last year in the Get Ready With Me video. So we'll leave those for that video, right? I did pick up one other skin type product, but it's not like a complexion product. So this is from Danessa Myricks. She released a new 10 out of 10 Barrier Boost HA and Ectoin Plumping Serum. This is her new skincare product. And there's a full size, but there's also a set that comes with 2 other minis. And this way I didn't have to splurge on the large size, and I can test it out to see if I like it, you know? And then if I really fall in love, then I can always buy it at a later date. But I'm not going to use this up that quickly. So in this trio, we have the Barrier Boost Serum that I tried. So far, really like this. A couple of you guys commented and said that yes, this is 10 out of 10, definitely a must try. So I guess it's amply named 10 out of 10. It's so nice. It's a thicker, like lotion, well, not lotion, but like a thin watery gel lotion. It's runny but not overly runny, right? So it's a serum that you apply before moisturizer and all that, and it does hydrate the skin. It feels really good on the skin. And they did say in the testing that they did imaging to see what the skin looked like. So it's not just feedback from the testers, you know, that tried out the product. They're not just taking their word for it. They're looking at their skin. And so they actually saw results from this product. And so far, I'm going to say I truly like it. I could maybe get the full size, but I'll wait. I'll hold out because I think smaller sizes of skincare is the way to go. That way you get to use up the product and really see if you like it first. And then included in this set, you get the Yummy Skin Balm Powder, which is just a universal one. You can use this as a primer, as a setting balm on top of your foundation, because it does kind of set down a bit. I would recommend using it as a primer or just as a one and done, as a single step, you know, especially the tinted one. So I'm happy to have that one to travel with. And if you have a male in your life that doesn't wear makeup but wants to get the shine down, that's a great product for them. If they have a bald head too, you can use it on their head to kind of dull down shine, but they can use it as oil control because it's like a skincare product, right? It's not really makeup. So that's a good one to kind of, you know, get your little spouse involved with. I really like it. And then they also have this travel size of the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. So all her products kind of have the Opsolite, which is a clay type of powder that helps with oil production and oil control and shininess. And that's in this water serum. So this is a water-based serum. You shake it up and you apply it as a primer. And these 3 together are sold as a prep and prime matte kit. There is a glowy kit as well, because there is a glowy version of this serum, I think, that she includes, or a glowy primer that she has. So she includes this instead of this mattifying water serum. So whichever one you want to try out, feel free. but I really love this set and I love that they're travel sizes. Really love that. All right, the face products are done. Are you proud of me? I didn't get eyeshadows, I didn't get mascara, but I did get lashes. So let's talk about those. All right, so I picked up some LYS lashes, and I speak about these and show these in the Get Ready With Me video. So I won't necessarily cover all the styles here because right now they're showing sold out. There are only 2 styles on Sephora. We have Flirtatious and Drama Queen, and they were sold out of one of the styles. I think it was Flirtatious. So I went over to the LYS website to see if they had it available, and they did have them available, and they had 20% off too. So I went ahead and grabbed a couple of them from the LYS website. They're no longer running that sale, but they have a 15% off if you sign up for emails, if you wanted to test out any of their products, and they have more styles available over there. And I was just like, what are you doing to me? So let's just show you all the styles right now so you can get an idea of what's available. Again, there are only 2 styles available at Sephora, but they're different options on the LYS website. And if I didn't mention it before, these are the uplifted pre-glued beginner-friendly lash clusters. Now, of course, they're in the signature triangle design of all LYS products. You open the plastic and there you have the lashes, and they have a different lengths. This one is the Drama Queen style and they're a dramatic lash. Then we have Louder Than Life. This is a volumizing lash. This style is charismatic and it's a curl lash. And then Flirtatious, which is a wispy lash. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have fallen in love with these lash clusters. They are just so easy to use, so lightweight. They don't feel like anything on the eyelids, so it's not like a strip lash where you actually feel it and it gets uncomfortable. These are effortless. They're easy to apply, very beginner friendly. They're pre-glued, so you're not messing with glue or anything. You don't have to do all that. All you need is a lash applicator tool or tweezers, okay? You can also use your fingers, but that can get a little tedious. You can always get a lash applicator tool at like Sally Beauty or any of the drugstores. It's just a little tweezer, right? And you're gonna grab the lash and just pop it under your lash line. You don't pop it on top, you pop it under your lashes, right? Now you would think that would be uncomfortable. It's not. Just go right at your lash line. Don't go too close to your eyeball because that's gonna poke you, right? Obviously. Just pop them under your lashes. They sit there all day in place. They don't lift, so you're not gonna have a lash band lifting. You don't have to worry about covering up a lash band because it looks funky. These are gonna look like mascara or lash extensions that are indiscernible. I'm wearing 3 clusters now from the Louder Than Life set. 2 of the long ones and 1 of the short ones. Can you even tell? No, you can't. Like, look, right? Because you don't see a lash line, nothing. And they're so comfortable. So I definitely love these, definitely recommend them. $15 is not even breaking the bank, so even if you don't get them on sale, I still think they're worth the splurge. Really lovely. All right, let's jump into the rest of the products, and there's going to be a separate video for these products because I feel like they're just better in their own videos. So I picked up 4, I know, lips was off my list as well. I'm not picking up any lip products, like what are we doing, right? But I did. So I picked up 4 of the new Pat McGrath Lip Sculpt and Shade Contour Duos. Oh, they are contour duos. So what these are a lip duo of a lip liner on one side and then a lipstick on the other side. And they're different shades. One is meant to be the contour inside to sculpt out your lips, right? And then the lipstick shade then will blend the rest of it together, right? You can get different looks. I picked up, let's see, Nude Dimension, which is what I'm wearing right now, blended out with a gloss on top. I have Chocolate Brown, which is a dark brown. Elson Extreme, which is the red, but Elson is a lighter red. The Elson Extreme is a deeper red that's suitable for tan and deeper skin. And then Noir Obsession, which is the black. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep all 4 of these. I might not because, yeah, they're nice, but they're not my favorite. The Nude Obsession is really pretty. The liner is a little bit deeper than I would think would pair with the nude shade. But, you know, you work it around, it blends really nicely. It looks good on the lips, like the way I'm wearing it right now. So I found a way to wear it that's really pretty, but I don't necessarily think it's the best combination. And then the Chocolate Brown, is beautiful. That's the one that I wanted, and that's the one I'll definitely keep. But the thing is, the liner from the Nude Obsessions and the Chocolate Brown are one and the same. They look very similar, so it's like, why do I need the same lip liner for these two shades? So you know, it's not the best. And then the Elson Extreme and the Noir Obsession, I don't understand either that those two lip liners also look the same. And then the Noir Obsession is a black lipstick, so it depends. Do I want a black lipstick or do I want to keep the red one? So I think one of these may be going back, or two of them may be going back. Once I do the swatches on my lips and I see what they look like, I'll decide. But I think the formulation is nice, but it's very matte. It's a matte finish. The lip liner is matte, the lipstick is matte, it's matte, 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 and it feels dry matte. It's not one of those cushiony mattes that we're used to these days with the dimethicone that makes them soft. Think about the new MAC matte lipsticks, not the ultra matte ones, the creamy matte ones that are comfortable on the lips, but they still give you that velvety look of a matte lipstick. No, these are drying, very drying. They will make you thirsty, okay? And they're gonna look dry on the lips, which is why I had to top it with a gloss. So not necessarily a bad thing if you know what you're getting into with that, you know, if you want that matte look and you're ready for that matte feel, or if you're going to top it with a gloss anyway, but you like the long wear of a matte, because they are gonna be longer wearing even if you top them with a gloss, you know? And they won't bleed as much. So I do like them, but I don't feel like I needed all 4 shades. Now that I got them and I swatched them out, because I didn't swatch them in store, I picked them up. The fact that the 2 lip liners in the 2 nude shades and the burgundy lip liner in the darker shades are the same is another drawback for me, because I feel like that was a waste, you know? And that may not be a problem for you, but it's a problem for me. So we'll see if I keep all 4 of these. The lip glosses that I picked up are from Hung Guan Go. He released his new line of glossy lip hues. These are squeeze tube lip glosses with a, I think it's metal. It might just be hard plastic. I think it's hard plastic. Yeah, because could be, I don't know. But it has this beautiful applicator. You apply it to the lips, or you can, you know, apply it from a lip brush, which is what I do. But you have the option of using the applicator. Oh my god, no regrets for this. And I picked up more shades than I intended to because I saw these in store. I originally just picked up the Runway, no, that's a lie. I originally picked up the Nothing to Lose shade. And then when I went in store and saw the other shades, that's when I was like, oh my god, oh my god. So the Nothing to Lose shade is more of a pinky peach. Very beautiful, stunning. I got Wildest Dreams, which is a darker nude. They look very similar, but the Wildest Dream is a deeper kind of true nude. Then I picked up this one in store, Runway Dream. That's the warmer, almost like a true orangey shade, but it's definitely more tangerine, and it looks so good. That's the one I applied just now. It's such a beautiful warmer nude, like a warmer neutral peachy gloss. I picked up as well New York Red. And New York Red is because I don't have a red gloss like this formula, I don't think. And who doesn't love a red gloss, right? And From the Heart, which is a deeper berry. Now, I may not need both of these, but I feel like the berry shade is a little bit more muted. The one I might return is the New York Red, because I feel like the berry shade is more my speed. Like, I get more wear out of that than the red one. I don't know, like the red one spoke to me though. So those are the lip products that I picked up. Like I said, I'm going to do a separate video where I swatch these, and it will be in a short form or just a shorter video altogether, so you can see them on the lips. But really comfortable formula, not sticky, not thick, doesn't give you the white ring on the inner rim of your lips. It's just really comfortable, really cushy. Not as glossy as I thought it would be from the swatches on the website, the marketing photos, but it's still glossy enough and very comfortable. And it feels even a little bit longer wearing than like a lip oil or a lip oil gloss hybrid. These are just true glosses, and I really, Really love this formulation. All right, let's talk about the fragrances. Oh, no. Let me talk about the brushes first. So I did pick up 2 brushes from the Nessa Myricks. She has brushes that she released with her, oh my God, I'm making a, hold on. All right, focus. So I picked up her angular brush. This is the Yummy Face 1.0 brush. This is an angular brush that you can use for blush, bronzer, contour. I just love the design of it. The dark brown ferrule, the dark brown bristles. It's just cute. And these are synthetic brushes, and I do like the shape of this, the feel of it in the hands. It's not very heavy, but it's not too lightweight either. And I do like this brush, and this kind of brush I get a lot of use out of. And it's a smaller brush than a couple of my other angular brushes like this. So I figured it would be good to have a medium size type of this brush, especially for bronzer and contour. So that's why I picked this up. And then I also picked up the Yummy Face 3.0, which is the smaller version of this brush. You can use it for concealer. It has the angular shape as well. You can use it under the eyes for concealer, right? You can use it for nose contour, for precise contouring, anywhere you want to use it, you know? So I figured these were cute brushes to pick up. And I love the chocolate design again. All right, now let's get to the fragrances. Separate video coming up because I feel like I need to experience these with you, talk about the dry down and the different notes, because there's a lot to be said, and I think this video is just not the place for it. So you're gonna see a separate fragrance video. So the first thing I picked up is the Cyclar, and I don't know how to pronounce this. Are they saying Cyclar? Because it's C-Y-K, sick. That's the only way you could pronounce it, right? Sick, kick. Would they say Kicklar? Cyclar? Because I thought it was Skylar. But would it be Skylar? No, because the Y is before the K. Cyclar. We're gonna go with Cyclar. Anyway, this is the Vanilla Verve Mandelic Acid Brightening Deodorant Gel. The bottle is beautiful, like elegant. Oh my God, they have this gold cap, and it's a roll-on type deodorant. It smells amazing. First of all, the vanilla, if you love vanilla at all, this is delicious smelling, and it does have that fragrance under your arm, and it doesn't dry down to like a sickly sweet smell. It's very enticing. It smells like a sophisticated grown woman deodorant. Very nice. A skin smoothing roll-on deodorant gel that combats odor, brightens the look of discoloration, and prevents ingrowns. I'm with all that. All right, so top notes are bergamot and green cardamom. Mid is vanilla, heliotrope, and ambret seed. I definitely get that. And then the dry down is Peru balsam, amber, musk, and tonka bean. Yep, all of that. That's all of it. And this will pair well with all my vanilla perfumes. Now what I do with this is roll it on, because it is a gel. It does need to dry down, and they tell you that let it dry down. So you're gonna need to walk around with your arms up like this, or do what I do and get my blow dryer on the cool setting and blow it under my arms so it dries down, right? And then I layer it up with either my spray or regular roll-on antiperspirant, because I can stink and I can smell really bad, and I don't like that. And it pairs well with those scents that I layer it with. I really like this so far, and if my underarms lighten up, that's gonna be a good thing. I did a before, so after I use it for a few weeks, I'll give you an after. But this is what my underarms look like. You see like the darkness there? And someone mentioned in the comments, they're like, oh, you should do waxing, sugaring, because that will help with the discoloration, and that will lighten the hairs too, because that's a part of it. And then they said they use natural deodorants because that helps with the whole discoloration. Listen, I can't go natural. I cannot. I'm funky. I am funky. I'm not even gonna hold you. I stink if I let myself be natural, all right? So I do need an antiperspirant that has the aluminum. Give me the aluminum. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to deal with the repercussions. I'm just gonna have to deal. I'd rather deal with that than be stink. So I do have to layer this. And until I am confident enough to use this by itself, it's not gonna happen. But so far, you know, it works as long as you let it dry down. Like, let it dry down. And it doesn't take forever to dry down, but if you don't let it dry down, it's gonna feel sticky. So let it dry. And so far, so good. So I'll keep you posted on the results. We'll see if it lightens up the underarms. I mean, it's not terrible. Oh, I was saying that. It's not terrible because I shave my underarms, but I used to do laser, and it did help a little bit, but it's not like the best. And I don't love, like, I'm not going around with my arm up, but you know, sometimes you do this and it's like, oh, it's dark. And so we're gonna see if it works. We're gonna see. Don't judge me. Are you judging me? Get away from me. Stop it. You're so mean. So the perfumes that I picked up, we picked up the 7 Virtues Strawberry Jam. Everything is a travel size, all right? I'm not picking up full size perfumes. No. As long as there's a travel size, that's what I'm getting, because these are no longer the little screw off that you gotta dab. These are actual sprays, which that works perfect. So this is the Strawberry Jam. And like I said, I'll do separate videos going through the notes of all of these because it's just too much to do right now. But it definitely smells like a sweet strawberry jam, fruity kind of perfume. This is a Eau de Parfum, so it does have a longer staying power. And I've enjoyed it so far. And I'll let you know more in that video, like I said. Then we have the replica, what is this called? Up at Dawn. This one is a Decadent Rose and Misty Garden. Memory in a fragrance. All right, this is a Eau de Toilette. You know what? I'm gonna spray this one on right now. I haven't tried this one yet. It's definitely rose, but it's given like a fresh, airy scent to it, like a linen, which is what I like about like the replica bubble bath. And what's the linen one? I forget the linen one, but we're gonna see how this one. Ooh. All right, we'll see how that one goes. And then we have the La Bamba. You guys warned me about this one, so I'm a little bit nervous now that I have it. This one is the Carolina Herrera La Bamba. And I sprayed it already, and I don't think it turned out as bad as you guys made it sound. But you guys warned me that this kind of smells funky. And fragrances are gonna smell different on different body chemistries. And I have an issue with that because I can smell like a goat or green grass real quick, depending on the fragrance. If it's citrus, oh, forget it. I smell like a whole goat. But I sprayed this already and it wasn't bad. So it's not as bad as you guys are making it out to sound, but we're gonna watch this one with bated breath. But this one has what? A fruity burst of exotic pitaya and rich floral notes of cherry, peony, and red frangipani. Frangipani. Isn't it frangipan? Frangipan. With a radiant infusion of solar vanilla. What's solar vanilla? We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna talk about it, like I said. And then we have the Valentino. Oh my God. So was it Anika that said this? Anika, you say it? Said the Valentina smell like Oluman. A couple of you said the Valentina was questionable too. And I was like, oh, no. So I think Anika, you don't. Anika said they smell like Oluman. And you know, I'm a woman of a particular age, so it's not like outlandish. But I get what you're saying. Like it can smell matronly, like a church lady. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I lie. This was the one you guys warned me about. This one and the Herrera one, which are the first ones that I tried out. Like I sprayed them on my arms and I was like, all right, let's see. And so far, you're lying. This one smells good on me. But just so other people are aware, these ones are the questionable ones that people warned me about. They were like, so keep that in mind. Then I got the Miu Miu Flora Delate, which is the coconut milk one. I don't know what this one smells like yet. Oh, that smells sweet. And oh, shut your mouth. That kind of smells nice though. Does this say anything on the box? No, but we're gonna see what this one amounts to. And then of course, where the other one them there? Oh Lord, see something here. It's over here. Okay, so this is the Kayali Eden Obsessions miniature set. There are 2 new fragrances in here and then 2 of her existing ones. So we have Sweet Peach, Plush Pear, Juicy Apple, and Sparkling Lychee. I think the only one I may have is the apple one. I think I may have the apple one. So if I do, I'll pass it on to this one to my mom. So what is this one? The Eden Plush Pear. All of them smell fruity and juicy, and I sprayed these in store before, and I was waiting on the sale to pick them up. So I know I like all of these, but they're definitely fruity and juicy. And the kaoli fragrances tend to wear well on my skin, and I tend to like all of them. Oh my God, the juicy apple is definitely a sweet apple. Yeah, I've loved all the kaoli fragrances that I've tried out, but this set has 4 juicy perfumes, so I'm gonna try those out. And I will mention too, from Ulta, I grabbed 2 of the Philosophy fragrances because my cousin, I was seeing her a lot like these past couple of months, and I'm like, what do you smell like? You smell so good. Like, she always smells fresh, like freshly washed clothes. And she said it's the Philosophy Amazing Grace, and it does smell like laundry. Yeah, it smells crisp linen-like and a little bit powdery. So I picked this up, and Philosophy is like tried and true old school brand, and they released this Fresh Cream Silk Cloud one that I was like, oh, that sounds good, like Silk Cloud. Doesn't that sound nice? This one has vanilla to it, so it's a creamier fragrance. And I think I'm gonna like these. I think I'm gonna like these. And I almost feel like my body chemistry has changed a little bit since pregnancy as well. And I feel like things smell better on me than they used to back in the day. So maybe I can get away with different fragrances that I couldn't get away with before. So you're gonna see swatch videos for the Hung Van Gogh lip glosses, the Pat McGrath duos, and then we'll do a separate fragrance video with all these fragrances. We're gonna try them out, talk about them, so look forward to those videos. But that's gonna wrap up the haul video for me. Those are all the products that I picked up during the Sephora sale. Shut your mouth. Yes, you're judging me? Judge me kindly, because I should be judged. I should be judged. But like I said, I was going to say I have my reasons, but like I'm just trying to rationalize it. I have no real justification for most of these purchases. Let's be so honest. But I feel like I still did decent. Like, I feel like the things that I bought that I said I wasn't gonna buy ended up being really nice additions to my collection. And then the couple that are kind of I can return them, because like I said, my return hand is strong. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all don't want to return products. Oh, what? Why? I didn't fart. That was my chair. If you heard that at all. But why aren't you returning products? Like, I don't think you should return products nonstop, right? There are people who do hauls and return everything. Like, that's ridiculous. But if you buy a product that doesn't work for you, it's gonna sit in your collection and not be used, or you're gonna give it to some poor, unassuming soul. And most of the things you can't pass on anyway. So get your money back. These brands don't care about you, girl. You are not killing the environment as much as the overproduction is. So talk all you want. My return game is strong. So I'll return, I think I'm going to definitely return those 2 products, and the other things I'm very, very happy with. So let me know what you guys have picked up during the sale. Are any of these things calling to you? Are there any recommendations that you have for me? Let me know. I have already covered like my favorite products from like my favorites video for 2026. That was enough. Like, I don't need to keep recommending things to you guys, and I don't feel great within myself to do recommendations in this economy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we still want to enjoy makeup and talk about it, but I don't know, like, makeup is makeup, and you know, I'm not strongly into reviews anymore, so I'm just gonna do get ready with me videos where I try out products, and that's how you'll get reviews from me. And hopefully this video kind of gave you a general overview of the products that I picked up. Let me know again what you're shopping for this sale, and if you're eyeing anything from this lineup. I will leave links below on where you can pick these products up. Those are going to be affiliate links, which means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through the links. It doesn't change the sale price. It just gives me a kickback for you using my links, which is a great way to show your support for the channel. So thank you so much if you shop that way. If not, shop the way you normally shop. No muss, no fuss. I'm just happy you're here watching. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, and if there's a hype option for you, consider hyping the video. And until my next one, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.